Good morning, students. Let's start our next chapter, chapter number 10 of English literature. That is a poem by the name The Leper by Robert Doyle Joyce. So, before starting our poem, let's know something about the poet. Robert Doyle Joyce was born in Ireland. He was a collector of traditional Irish music and contributed many poems that were set to tune. Means he was an Irish poet. He loved traditional Irish music, and these music were composed for his poems were set in that tune, his poem tunes. He was appointed principal of prestigious schools and colleges in Ireland and went to the practice medicine after becoming a doctor. After becoming a doctor, he started his practice. He is most well known for his ballads of Irish cavalry and Derrid in 1872 and 1876. Let's start our poem. In Irish mythology, leprons are mischievous little male fairies with magical powers, wearing a coat and a hat. They are usually cobblers by professions and have hidden pots of gold. If caught by a human, they are said to grant 3 wishes in exchange for their freedom. Read this enjoyable poem about how the poet got tricked by a Velic lodgeman. In a saddy nook, nook means corner, in a saddy nook, one moonlit night means one on a full moon night, a leprechaun I spied. Spied means seen, secretly. In scarlet coat and cap of green, he was wearing a scarlet design coat and a green cap. A curskin by his side. Curskin, a small jar. It's tick tack tick, his hammer went. He was working with his hammer and it was making a sound. Upon a Winnie sou, Winnie, small sou. And I laughed to think of a purse of gold, but the fairy was laughing too. Means the poet was laughing when he saw the purse of gold carried by this fairy, and the fairy was also laughing. Let's see the next stanza. With tiptoe step, tiptoe very quietly. With tiptoe step and beating heart, nervous. Quietly, softly, I drew nigh. Nigh means near. There was a mischief in his merry face, a twinkle in his eyes. His merry face, happy face, resembles mischievous and a twinkle, a spark, a light in his eyes. He hammered and sang with tiny voice. He was hammering his shoe and he was singing a song. He hammered and sang with tiny voice and sipped the mountain dew. Dew? He was sipping something. Oh, I laughed to think he was caught at last, but the fairy was laughing too. The poet thought, at last I caught a fairy, but the fairy was also laughing. As quick as thought I grasped the elf. As the poet thought that he has caught this mischievous person or the mischievous fairy. Your fairy purse, I cried. When he thought that he has caught the fairy, the poet asked the fairy, where is your purse, golden purse? My purse, said he, it's in her hand. That lady by your side. He said, my purse is with that lady who is standing right beside you. And what was I to do? Oh, I laughed. Sorry. The lady by your side. I turned to look. The elf was off. When the poet turned to look, that where was the lady? Who was the lady standing beside him? Then suddenly he saw that person, or that that mischievous was out of sight. I turned to look, the elf was off, and what was I to do? Now what was he going to do? Oh, I laughed to think what a fool I had been. The poet laughed how he was fooled by this small mischievous fairy, and the fairy was laughing too, and same thing, the fairy was also laughing heartily. Let's stop till here. We have completed this poem. We'll proceed further in our next class. Till then, thank you.